go to Mr. John's farm, you will see the animals are like this. Bros, from my personal experience, you may go between this business and be getting the same answer. But they will think because you saw big animals in Mr. Do you know how much Mr. Big expended on those animals before they get to that stage? How much is your, if you put them on books, you will see that by the time you plot graph, you arrive at the same thing. When I started, actually, I started on a small scale, but I had little coins on me. And that's why I say people counted on that, you know. But in any business, it's always like that. There is no business. When there is no pain, then there is no gain. I would generally just advise people to get involved with big business. We were not many in Ilorin, this environment. We were not many before. But I think a lot of people are involved. Why? Because of the failure in other sectors of farming, especially poultry. I was involved in poultry equally at that time. I had to just jettison it and move fully into this.
Hello guys, we are welcome to C&F Farm Tech YouTube channel. So it's a channel that we educate you, as you know, on piggery and anything concerning piggery related matters. So today I'm so excited that we are on another pig farmer's farm. I'm excited because this is an experienced pig farmer. He has been in the business for quite some time now. He has dedicated his life on this business. So we are here to tap from his wisdom, tap from his years of his experience, and also for viewers that are watching, you are going to be learning some things about piggery. Maybe what you have learned before in piggery, when you are hearing it from another person, another pig farmer who has years of experience, you'll be able to check and balance yourself or learn some things that you don't know about in piggery, or you relearn more, you also relearn. So this is where we are today, and I would like him to introduce himself to us. So sir, please, your name and what do you do?
My name is Abiona.
Okay, sir.
And I'm involved in pig farming or rearing. That's what I'm involved in. I've been in it for quite some time.
Like how many years now?
If I put it in brackets, here and there, it's well over, it's running to almost 10 years. Between it and, you know.
For that
initially, when I started, it was off and on. Because I was involved into some public service. But when I now had little time, I won't call it retirement. But when I gave, because I've always been on my own. But when I now decided to retire on my own, I said, okay, let me give this, you know, a trial of getting more involved. So I won't call it retirement. I just got more involved than before. So that's how I'm going to say.
So we are on your farm, and like I said, we're happy to be here. And with your years of experience, I would like you to tell us, and our viewers are watching now, you've tell us how you started. But when you started, how is it like then compared to now? When you started, like you said 10 years ago. So when you look at
not up to roughly 10 years.
Roughly 10 years. Yeah. When you started then and now, what's the difference between then and now?
A lot of differences. Initially, like I told you, I started with an off and on thing. And that is why you can see my construction and my building like ramshackle. Because when I actually started, people counted on my ignorance. I was involved into some other things. Let me just put it that way. So I would just come in here intermittently. I would drop money for construction. They were doing all sorts of rubbish jobs for me. And that is what is telling on me today. And that's why I would advise anybody, if you want to start your big family, make sure, number one, your house is very strong and you have other facilities already. Although that does not debase the fact that you want to start small and you are involved in some other things. You can start small, but when you start that on a small scale, make sure that your small scale is solid. It will from there go like a pyramid. A pyramid is like this.
So you can grow.
So you
can grow from that small.
Yes, you can go. Back to your question, how is it when I compare to when I started? Because many other people started before me. Where no advice is useless.
Of course.
But when you are advised, you still take those advices into your CPU, Central Processing Unit, in your head, and think which way is best for you. It's good to sort advice from people. If you do, it's going to help you.
Of course.
When I started, actually, I started on a small scale, but I had little coins on me. And that's why I say people counted on that, you know. But in any business, it's always like that. There is no business when there is no pain, then there is no gain. I would generally just advise people to get involved in big business. We were not many in Ilorin, this environment. We were not many before, but I think a lot of people are involved. Why? Because of the failure in other sectors of farming, especially poultry. I was involved in poultry equally at that time. I had to just jettison it and move fully into this. And I have my reasons. With poultry, don't let's buy into that. We are still going to straight into our own, because I think it's quite, for me, if I'm to put it relatively, I would say it's quite better than poultry. But some people will say no. It depends. So my opinion about that could be very subjective. Because of my experience. So now compared to then, I think we are doing fairly better. Especially in terms of pricing. Then secondly, awareness. People are getting to aware, and more people are involved. The more, the better. There is this other factor that when people are involved, that they will bring their own ideas. So awareness is actually gradually catching up with a lot of people. So that is helping everybody.
Of course.
And we that have been involved in it, I have helped a lot of people to establish their farm. And their farms are doing quite much more better than mine now. Because where I failed, I wouldn't open my eyes to see other people failing. And I always tell them my own pitfalls,
so that they can guide themselves.
So, well, by and large, it's still a thing I will encourage anybody to do. That is interesting, because number one, you have to build your interest. If the interest is not there, don't even venture into it. Just like I told this young lady when she came now, pig, you know, you see how dirty this place is now, can you get involved? But if you have passion for it, if you have interest in it, you won't look at those sides. They will not be like, you know, things you don't mind, that you know you can go with, because there is passion that will drive you along with it. You won't even look at those, because those are hindrances, small hindrances that can pull you back. It stinks too much. No. And the phobia of pigs will bite you, or it may drive some people away from it. Look at their size and their mouth and the size of their teeth and their snout. You might even think, but a lot of people discover that is not the issue.
That's not the issue.
If I get to any farm now, I can only guide myself with a small stick like this. But however big that pig is, I will go in there. The confidence is already there with me.
Yes, I like that. I like that you said that, because a lot of people, like I said earlier, there's so many misconceptions. People don't know. So seeing young people coming into piggery, like us now, you see us, and it will take me to the next question I want to ask. Young people are looking at this video, and you said something about, you know, when they see you or when they see pig farmer, what comes to your mind? And now you are seeing young people, they want to go into that sector also. They will be thinking, it's a dirty business that you people are doing. In that place, people see piggery as a dirty job because of that notion that pigs are dirty. So when you see young people coming in, I think you have something that you can tell us in that aspect. Okay, what can you say about that? What can you tell us?
You see, in Nigeria generally, because of the nature of our economy, a lot of people venture into what they were not venturing before. Yeah, and because they always want to look out for what can we do. And I believe and don't believe at the same time that the future is big for the young ones. The young ones that can look beyond their nose, the future may not be big, but it is a rough way to that place. And just like the old adage would say, there is no royal way to geometry. You just have to learn geometry. Geometry is an aspect of mathematics. So you learn it, the moment you learn it, becomes mastery. But royal ways, okay, no, tomorrow I'll get there. There's a shortcut. There's no shortcut.
In piggery, there's no shortcut.
There is no shortcut in piggery. You just have to obey all the laws or losses. Because let me give you an example of what happened to me initially when I started.
Okay.
I lost about 120 piglets.
Wow.
I was not coming there. I would just buy food, throw it or give them money, buy food and throw it on the ground.
And you go back again.
So I I just discovered they were all pregnant and they were giving birth, and they would just die en masse like that. I was puzzled, I was disturbed. Somebody now told me, you invite doctors. I invited them, all sorts of vocabularies and medical jargons. They will come here and, click here, and the thing was not improving. Problem did not abate. Until when I now met, although I've known him, but I now mentioned my problems to him. One of the farmers, the guy told me, you will keep spending money and wasting your time. There are people that have been involved in this business before you. Sought their advices and experience, share from it. Possibly invite one or two of them to come
to your farm and come and see what's happening.
Between you and I, that's what I did, and the problem just went like that. Fiam, all those vitamin 12, vitamin A, B, C. Coincidentally, I'm a scientist myself. So all those things actually meant some meanings to me initially, but not ordinary. So that's
what they're saying is not pertaining to. It's not really.
It's not. But I know when you are deficient in some things, it could lead.
There's a wrong.
But you see, they were more clinical than me. And
you're not practical on what is happening on the farm itself.
So I couldn't argue. I was applying those, but they were not working for me. Until when that guy came and said, "Look, start from their feed. Include this, include that, include this, include that. Bros, from their feed and their water system, that problem went."
That's exactly what I wanted to ask you. Now, what did you do?
There is no cut and join. That's just the answer. My problem.
The feed and the water.
I only improved the feeding.
Yeah.
And since then I've learned it's like computer. What you garbage into your computer
is what
you're going to get out. So the analysis I gave myself, because normally I do personal research. That was when I now got involved in personal research. I will get home, I'll read books, I'll read journals. I'll go on net, I'll visit some sites on my own. Then I discovered there is no far-fetched solutions than what I'm doing today.
You just have to improve on it.
That's it. And that was what abated that problem. So that's what I can say.
Interesting. I think our viewers definitely get this and understand that in piggery, there's no shortcut there. Like you said, what you put in is what you are going to get. The kind of feed you are feeding is the result you will be getting at the end of the day. It will determine the kind of feed you are giving them. This is another major factor that I think pig farmers or people that want to come into the sector, they need to really understand. You see water, you see feed. That's the most important thing, because definitely pigs are just like human beings and they need all the nutrients for them to grow very well. So if there's any kind of deficiency on the part of their feed, or you are not giving adequate water for them, they will not grow. And that's where the issue of the kind of sickness that will be coming in. Because from that, when their immune system is not strong enough, then they will be overwhelmed with any kind of disease. You take over their system. So this is another very low. It's very low. Thank you. Then do you think that as a pig farmer, you are supposed to rely solely on your pig farming? Should there be any kind of another way of where you are getting income to run the business? What will you say about that?
That's individualistic.
Okay.
In the sense that what I can tell you about myself is subjective. It may not be objective. So some people might see it as being objective, or some people will see it as such that's subjective opinion. Now, there are two areas in piggery. So it depends on the area you want to go into. And some people have ventured into another area now, which is exotic breeding and rearing. And fattening. Now, somebody will get into a farm and look at your animals. They are not that big. Go to Mr. John's farm. You will see the animals are like this. Bros, from my personal experience, you may go between this business and be getting the same answer. But they will think because you saw big animals in Mr. Do you know how much Mr. Big expended on those animals before they get to that stage? How much is if you put them on books, you will see that by the time you plot graph, you arrive at the same thing. Because I may decide, now I'm still coming into breeding and fattening. I may decide, okay, what I want to do to my animal is get them to a particular kg, sell them off. Get to a particular kg, sell off. I don't want to rear animals of about 200 kg, 100 kg. For me,
that's a personal goal.
For me, Personally, I don't think that is profitable. But most people don't pen down what they spend. If you pen down what you have spent, because this feed, they are more costly than the other. Not just that, they have their nutrients varies.
Of course.
By the time an animal attains the weight of 100 over 100, for me, I don't think you are gaining much, because what the animal will be consuming
per day
versus the growth, I don't think
that's
so.
that's the feed conversion ratio.
Feed I don't think so, but some people may disagree with me, but from personal experience, I've seen that. And how much you have spent. So if you put it side by side and look at it, you might be arriving at the same level. So be a master of what you know best. Don't copy Mr. John. If you want to copy Mr. John, make sure you have the mastery that Mr. John has. So that you can achieve what Mr. John is achieving. Then, secondly, about breathing and then fattening. Most people who fat don't start from the scratch. They buy a semi-breeded animal that has got to a particular level that you people call growers. They now pump them with food, feed, then grow up. Or at the same time, if you pen down how much they spent in buying, how much the feed they have given, to an extent, it may come back to the same thing. So that's my experience about that. But I don't want to condemn any aspect.
Of course.
But for me, I've been in this business and I've not quit it. So why? That means I must have been getting some chips. Another thing
I was coming to that.
Big business is this. And like I told you, whatever I say is this. Don't think you want to put all your, because this is your question that I'm back to.
Yes. I was going to ask you that.
Even if you put all your survivor on Piggery, don't think daily basis you want to be eating from the proceeds of this. From my experience, what Piggery business is meant for is when you sell off, you realize a big sum of money. Remove amount for feeding, maintenance, your workers, remove it. You will still have some money that you can manage. But if you want to operate like somebody who is operating transportation on the road, that they are bringing returns. One animal today, you slaughter it, sell,
you get this thing.
You do one tomorrow, you wouldn't get anything at all.
Because when you are doing that, you are collapsing your business. You are killing all of them. Is there any mistake that you would like our viewers to know that, okay, before you start pig farming, like we are also on the track of what we are saying earlier, that they can avoid before starting? What's that thing that they can actually avoid before starting pig farming?
Every business is in this life has their own scale. If you want to start on a low scale, you start. On a medium scale, you start. On a large scale, you start. It depends on the capital you want to get involved in that business and your level of commitment to it. Now, what I mean by that is somebody who has 100 and 200,000 can say, I'm starting Piggery. Whereas you see some people bringing in 20, 30, 50 million. So it all depends. You can never say this is a particular amount somebody is bringing into business. But if I will advise a young person, if you are coming into pig business, at least make sure you have like 4 female and 1 male. In that wise, you will be encouraged. By the time you put all your money into this business initially, and it fails, what are you going to do? And by the time I'm saying this, I'm not including facilities on ground.
Already.
Those ones must have been there. I'm talking of start-up capital on the animals. Because you wait an initial period for any animal when they mate.
For them to mature and mate.
So even if it depends on the size we are starting with. If you are starting with the animal size that can be mated immediately, fine. But if it's the ones that you need to wait to grow, it takes some time. The ones to grow will at least get to another stage, not just grower, before you now put in a male to mate them. But you know the gestation period of any pig is 333. You know that.
Yeah. 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
So it takes some time. And it's not immediately that you can get your money even out of it. You can't say, okay, this one has given back, I have to sell it. Then you have feed that business. So you need a waiting period of close to 1 year before you can now get up. If you know you can afford that money you want to put in it, for it to go for about 1 year, you will enjoy it later, or maybe before 1 year, a little before 1 year. Like I told you, it depends on the amount you have in mind to start with and the scale. And that's why I've said it. I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Don't compare Mr. John farm with your own farm. Go at your pace. You don't have the same capital. You don't have the same time. You don't have the same expertise. You don't have the same mastery. So how can you compare? Your fertilities may not be the same with Mr. John. Some people started with fetching water, putting it
there, not with nipple drinker.
Not with nipple drinker. For me too, I'm not, maybe because of my family not be strong enough. I may not be supporter. Because I've been to so many farms that started with nipple. You just see that the thing will just eat it up, drop it on the
ground. That's when you're talking about even the standard of your construction. Maybe what your pig farm has to be very strong. That's before you can put that
by the time they drill hole into that thing, they weaken the offense. So by and large, what I can say is a good business to go into. But you have to really endure, wait for the maturity period, then you start.
I was actually coming to that because I want to ask you that you must, with your years of experience, you must have your own success story. What you are at a particular stage of the business. Can you tell us that moment that you know that, okay, this business is, I'm still going to stick around with this business?
The business is when I left poultry business. That was when I just discovered you can lean on piggery and at least survive to an extent if you don't survive fully. Much more than most other ones.
Okay.
Because I lost quite sizable amount of money into poultry. But some people are still in it.
Of course.
But it comes via so many things. Security wise, stealing, theft, so many.
But are you saying that they don't do that with piggery?
I've not really had such stories.
Okay.
That somebody goes into a farm and wipe all the
animals there.
It might have happened, but I've not really had that kind of sad story. Because they make so much noise, and it's not a thing you just carry boom like that. The buyer is there to put inside that. No. So the buyer itself has to be harmed in order to carry a pig. One.
Even a piglet, when you are not the owner,
the kind of noise they will make, and if their mother is with them, the kind of attack you will get from the mother if you are not expert in picking it.
And if sometimes, pigs are smart.
Yes.
And if you are not the owner, you want to enter the pen, they will know that this person is not you are not the one taking care of us.
You didn't take care of them yesterday. They will know this visitor has come to harm us. That's the first thing that goes to their head. Every day.
Of course. Record keeping is another thing that we of course we have to be doing as pig farmers. You take your record.
I know where each one is.
You can hear. So for a pig farmer,
so if it's not there, you have to tell me, oh, probably it spoiled his house, oh, the water is not coming out well, or this, you tell me where you took it to. And I'm going to see it. Quickly repair where it's supposed to be.
And return it back. The viewers can see, I'm a young person. You can see that he's an experienced farmer who is an elderly person. What can you say about that? A lot of people think piggery is just for retired people, that since you have retired and you just want to sit down and be caring for pigs or for your animals. What can you say about that? Is it like that to you, your own perspective?
Just like I said initially, it depends on your passion for it. If you don't have passion, don't even go into it. But some things can drive your passion. It may bring out that passion in you. Probably unemployment, and you look here and there, what can I do? You ask people who have been involved. It involves this, that, and they now put it down, put it on paper. They say it involves it, involves that, it involves this. I know what is involved. How much capital can I give into it? Okay, if I do it on part-time basis and later, when it's developed, I go into it full-time. Can I afford it? So there are so many factors you have to put in to encourage you yourself. Because in Nigeria of today, is entrepreneurship that thrives. How many university graduates, how many secondary school leavers that can be gainfully employed by government? And even when they are employed, how much are they being given? So you have to look inwards to help yourself out.
You were talking about breeding and fattening. Which one do you practice on your farm?
I do breeding.
Okay.
Fattening, I've tried I didn't lose, but I still prefer by and large breeding.
The breeding. In their breeding, what do you do? Is it you?
I raise
Okay.
from when they are pregnant to when they are born to when they grow to adulthood.
Adulthood. Okay.
Yes.
So you raise it from that stage.
Then whomever wants to come, I will make sure as I'm raising it, I'm segregating them. That I'm sorting them.
You're sorting them out.
Okay, these 6 are ready to go out. I can now employ little fattening for about a month. Those ones that are coming, I'll put the money back into it. Remove the little one to survive.
In piggery, aside the breeding and the fattening, we have so many other aspects of the byproducts in piggery. I don't know if you are aware of that. The byproducts in piggery, the oil, the hair, even their manure. You know, a lot of people don't know. They feel it's only to just raise pig and sell off. There are some people that can really tap into this sector and look at, okay, I have XYZ of pigs on my farm. I have maybe 100, I have 200, I have 300. After you sell off their waste, they need to know that their waste is also useful for some people that are into cropping. You can sell it off to them. What can you say about that?
You see, this is one thing that kills so many businesses. Every business in this life have stages. So you enter at whichever stage you think you can master. If you want to go into the whole full curve, you may not realize much or may not see anything to it. You are the one that wants to get involved in breeding and
fattening,
and you are the one that want to extract oil. You are the one that want to sell this, sell that, sell this. Other raw materials that you think you can get from them, you may not thrive. They call something division of labor. Let me call it also division of trade. If some people are involved in extracting oil, let's know this is the place. Okay, my animals are ready, come and extract their oil. Because I am 100% sure as a scientist that you need to keep pig before you can extract. But I don't know how you can extract oil from piggery.
Of course.
Well, if you don't slaughter, how do you want to
get the hair?
Unless you have not known of any farmer, it's possible there are that shaves the animal. Other animal, that hair on their body is serving a purpose.
Of course. Of course.
If you shave them, they may catch up with cold, pneumonia, and die. It may be one of the mechanisms they use for their
to regulate their body system.
I don't think they have sweat glands.
No, they don't. They don't.
They don't have sweat glands.
They don't have at all.
Now the hair they fall has a purpose is serving in that regard
to
dissipate the heat in them because of the level of fat that they contain. Everything is now pointing to the fact that they have to be slaughtered from you
before you can get the byproduct.
So if you are the one that wants to get the whole full length, you can do that. But for me personally, I wouldn't advise it. Let some other people get involved in that. Maybe they buy animal, they extract the oil, they sell the meat.
At every stage of piggery, there's a place you can tap in. Some persons that are watching the video might say, okay, let me tap into extraction of oil in piggery.
It's possible.
They will go into that full scale.
Yeah.
Let me tap into getting of manure.
Yeah.
So it's also in the piggery sector, not only the meat or rearing of or selling of exotic breed. You can come in at any time, any stage that
any stage that you think
it's easier for you
or it's convenient for you. Yeah. So or you think, okay, I'm a master of this. Because if you are not a master of something, don't even do it. The same thing in poultry. Some people rear, some people slaughter.
Now, coming back to piggery, is it something that needs a lot of capital to start?
I've said that earlier. Okay. It depends on where you want to come in. Some people can just come and say, okay, I want 2,000 piggery. I'm a pigs and I want to rear them. Some people can start with 5. Some people can start with 2. Okay. And they grow like that.
And they grow from there.
Yeah. It depends. All business is not just piggery. But make sure you are committed to it.
You are committed and you have the knowledge. You have the knowledge to start.
You see, if you want to have all the knowledges in this life to start. You may not start. But at least have an adequate knowledge for you to take off.
What you are saying is that aside the fact that the knowledge aspect that you are going to acquire before starting, you are also learning. You are also learning in the business. You are learning it practically.
Generally in life, you don't cease to learn until you go 6 feet down.
Learning continues.
Until you go 6 feet down. That's when you stop learning. You learn every day. The only thing is take cognizance of whatever is around you and whatever you're doing. You see, you learn in some way. Some people can learn from other people's mistakes. You can learn from your own mistake. You can learn from what people told you. So it depends if you can combine the two. Oh, then I've told you, advices are taken, experiences are shared. Now take it back to your own CPU, Central Processing Unit, and think which one is more convenient or suited my purpose. Because even if I advise you and it does not suit my purpose, it's like you telling me to raise exotic here. I know it's not possible.
In your opinion, sir, where do you see pig farming in Nigeria? Where do you see it? Like, is this something that is still going to be doing in Nigeria?
Bros, they say necessity is the mother of invention. If what you have been doing traditionally over a period of years don't have problem, you may not even think of venturing into other things. In Nigeria today, our meat production, our protein production is very low. So we need to scale it up. And because of this geographical location and intertribal war that is happening in Nigeria, unexpected intertribal war or unexpected government intervention, we need to prepare for the future. I remember during the time of Obasanjo encouraged Nigerians to go into poultry. The number of people that were involved into poultry then were not as much as the people now. If we had totally relied on cows and goats, by now we may not be eating anything over there, or the prices would have gone beyond the reach of even anybody in Nigeria. But because of that intervention, we were able to at least that's pushing the effect. The same thing Piggery is doing now. For me, it's about the cheapest source of protein you can employ now. Now, for me, it's about the cheapest. So I can see more and more people getting it. But like I told you when I started, there were not much. Even in our access, I can community can't. Here. I can't. What am I saying? I can. Well, I can't because it depends on the ones that I know. But the ones I know is you will move so many kilometers before you see one after this place. But now, get on the road, you see them here and there, and it does not disturb mine.
Of course.
Rather, it helps.
It helps now. It
because
helps
the awareness. Because just like this law we live in, the erroneous opinion people have about piggery is because of religion they don't. No. You just have to respect the law of the land and the people, the tradition of people and their religion you are living with. Do your own business, they do not disturb you. I have not seen that.
Thank you for that.
I have not seen that. Rather, the last regime and this regime encourages piggery. We are just done with one seminar. I don't know whether you went for it. Yes, it is sponsored by government. Anytime we have a carnival, you see them there. They are representatives. So what does that tell you? Go ahead and do your business. It helps people. And that does not debate the fact that you won't respect people's religion. You must respect people's opinion and religion. Unless you get into trouble.
Talking about that now, at your age now, sir, what keeps you motivated that you still want to be in this business?
Well, that I wake up in the morning and I see somewhere to go, number one, to warm up myself. Then secondly, that I'm not failing in what I'm doing. So it keeps me going.
Thank you for that. I know that Piggery, the business definitely will have a kind of influence on the way of your life, even your family.
Like I will tell you, I'm not looking at in my own pain, still subject. I'm not looking at this to become a multimillionaire anymore. Now, but I think it's a way of survival.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. I believe our viewers are watching must have get a lot of things, insight into piggery sector, what it entails. This is not the full gist, so to say, about piggery. There's a lot. Piggery is very wide, and I'm so happy that Mr. Gbenga was able to talk a little about it. And I've told him that we are still going to come back to his farm. He's going to still share with us other deep aspects in piggery. So thank you once again for having us here today. And our viewers are watching. If you have any comments or any observations or even any questions that you want to ask about piggery, you can drop it in the comment section. And I want to encourage that you continue to watch the video, continue to subscribe to our channel, continue to like. And also, in our next topic, we'll also be talking about the feeding aspect in piggery. And this is a must-watch video for people that are into piggery, because it's one of the major things that we do in piggery. So thank you once again for your time with us today. And the last word I want you to give is the people that are next generation, because like I said, young people are coming into piggery. They are not. It's not about agriculture as a whole. Some those times we used to say it's for elderly people alone, it's for age brackets of people. But now you see young people going into different aspects of agriculture and piggery that we're talking about today. So I want to give that last word to our next generation that are coming up all around us.
Well, the next generation and generations to come, my advice for them is they look well before they leave, and they should be open to advice. That is, if they do this, they will be able to take over effectively for the people in their front. And with their own innovations and with the advent of civilization, they will be able to infuse it into the business and grow the business bigger than what they took over.
Thank you so much for your time. Bye for now.